Alright guys, so Tom McCord swung by today and he was like, hey man, I got this starter. I finally brought it. I was like, starter? Oh yeah. He said at one point in time I was struggling with starters. He said, hey, I'm gonna bring you a starter over, got extra. And I was like, oh hell yeah. And so I had forgotten all about it, and he's like, hey, you got that starter? And I was like, man, that's awesome. I was like, dude, you want to try and start the Marmon? He's like, hell yeah, I do. So, you know, we've been out here to the Marmon a few times, and, you know, we just never really had the oomph to get this thing spinning over. And I've been using those cheap aluminum 39 MT starters, and they're good starter. If ideal situation, you know, this thing will fire right up, but I think being this motor is a little tight, maybe the timing's out or something. That little starter just didn't have the nuts to do it. So we're changing that. We're powering it up right now. We got 4-aught battery cable. We're not doing anything that has to do with the truck. All we're doing is powering the starter. We got all brand new batteries. We got all brand new connectors, jumping the batteries together, and we got 4-aught going from the batteries to the starter. And you know, thanks to my friends at imperialsupplies.com, I got my gloves on, got my safety glasses on, and I'm gonna get down there and hook up the starter button. And Don's gonna make sure this old girl's not in gear, and we're gonna see if it'll crank. So just stay with us. Alright, so if I put this wire here and I take this one and I put it over here, I always think it's funny that they put the hot wires in the most inconvenient spots, you know. Oh man. Well, let's see. What if I were to pull this over this way a little bit? Could I get up on there? Oh, that's it up there, huh? Okay. That makes more sense. It's pretty dark down here. I brought a light, but I don't know what I did with it. Oh, hey, look at that. Thanks, Don. It's so weird having somebody in the shop with me, because I've talked to myself and then all of a sudden magically a light appears, which is super cool. Don't let it fool you. This truck is dirty under here. Whew. Man, what a mess. And this positive is tough to get to because, you know, it's in between the block and the starter solenoid. What if I take this nut off? Put this nut up here. Then maybe I can just knock my light over and you got them batteries hooked up? Okay. All right. I just got a mouthful of. Yep. Mouthful of stuff from under the truck. From under stuff. All right, let's see. I'm gonna try and get myself out from under here. What do you think? Okay, is this thing in neutral? This ain't gonna start because it ain't gonna get no fuel, but let's just see how it cranks. Come on now. Don't turn over no better than the other starter. Man, I was hoping for I was just hoping that that starter was just weak. See how she starts getting harder and harder? Yeah. It's got to be tying up in the bottom end, don't it? Like what on the top? Valve train? You want to zip them covers off? I had them off before.
Is it?
Yeah, it ain't rusty.
It's not rusty.
But we could dump oil on them or something.
It's not rusty, and I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, and it looked like everything was going up and down. It didn't look like any valves were stuck down or hammered over by a piston. But it just never really turns over good. And the longer you try, the slower it gets. But it carries oil pressure. So I just can't believe that the bottom end's tying it up. And it's a huge pain in the ass to take injectors out. Otherwise, we'd just look in the cylinders to see what was in there. Huh?
Sure does stink like moisture in there.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Smells like a damp basement in there.
Oh, it does too. Yep, I smell that. But man, the oil don't look bad.
Weird.
Hmm?
It's just weird.
Mm-hmm.
You think if like you had fuel to it before, right?
Well, I'm not sure that the rack's not stuck.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a little bit of fuel coming out when I was trying to bleed it, but not. It needs fuel. It needs fuel.
Something to free the cylinders up.
Yeah.
They are binding.
Yeah.
And if it was spraying some fuel in there, then that would.
I just don't. If this didn't have jakes, we could just pop the nozzles out. But we got to take the jakes off and all that other shit, and then, we can't really start it without the jakes on. Not like a Cummins.
Yeah.
What's that noise? The starter cooling off? As much as I've cranked on this thing, dude, the starter just gave up ship. If the cylinders were just rusty, it would have already been clean, because I cranked on this thing for a good hour. And I never even got it to try. Like one time it did it, and then it was just every time I hit it with ether, it'd just lock up. Because it just didn't have enough balls to get it over the top.
Yeah, the fridge you're at. It's probably in the bottom end.
Yep. Dang it.
She's not really hot. Ground wire
Huh?
the ground wire
Is it? That's crazy.
and the hot wire.
Well, I mean, we are putting about
Sure it's
3,000 amps through
You sure it's 12?
4 gauge. I mean, this is a 12 volt starter, right?
Yeah.
So we're only using the starter. We're not doing anything with the truck. There ain't nothing of the truck hooked up. Now that your starter doesn't work.
I brought it out here to back.
But it's no different than that 39 MT that did the same thing. Brand new. Yeah, this motor just needs to come apart. It's not that big a deal. Yeah. I guess we could undo what we did do. Alright guys, so I don't know if you'll be able to see me here. Looks like I'm working right here. Yeah. So me and Don decided that we're just gonna pull an all-nighter and rebuild this motor tonight. He was saying how his girl was fine with it. She's okay that he spends a night or 3 out here in my shop, you know, dirtying it up in this Caterpillar hell. But no, we did decide before we get to tearing this motor apart, Don's underneath. He's going to drain some oil out of it, give it a taste test, and then I took the hydraulic pump off, make sure that wasn't locked up, and it's not, it's free. And so now I'm going to take the air compressor off and make sure that's free. You know, we kind of decided that it couldn't be anything like that, because if it was locked up enough to slow this thing down from turning over, then it was likely it would have been broke off by now, or making noise, we'd have heard it. And so we did determine that it definitely is something mechanical. We've gone through plenty of starters, plenty of different batteries, plenty of different kind of connections, and right now we got some 4-aught cables coming off 4 new batteries with 2-aught jumpers between the batteries, and you know, it's still just putzing over like something's wrong with it. So we're just going to take these 3 bolts out of the air compressor and slide it back out of the gear, and it should be fine. That should work just fine. I've never taken one off before, so I'm just guessing, but it seems like there's 3 bolts, and this thing will slide right off. This bottom one, she's long-winded, and it's going to take another couple minutes to fully get it off of there. Getting about 1/3 of a turn each time, and we're almost to the end of the bolt. And then I think once it gets through the end of the bolt, we'll be able to get it off by hand. It's kind of a pain in the ass. The more I struggle with this bolt, the less interested I am in taking this air compressor off. But I'd hate to pull this engine apart, you know, and have it be fine, and find out that something in the accessory drive was bad, you know, because I've had the valve covers off. There's no rust to speak of on the top end. We just looked down 2 intake ports with the camera, and well, we can't get into the cylinder because of the angle. We can't get the camera to bend to go down the valve, but the valve stems are clean. You know, usually they're stainless though, so they wouldn't be rusty, but the port didn't look rusty or anything. Now it does smell And this is Don's words, not mine. It does smell like a wet basement. The blow-by that comes out while you're cranking it smells like a damp basement. So there's liable to be some water in there. Don's under there thinking bad things about that oil pan.
Yeah.
But I don't know what he's struggling with. I think he's got to just get on there with a wrench and just loosen that bolt up and drain a little oil out. You doing the one on the side?
I'm doing, there's not one on the bottom. There's 3 on the sides, that's it.
And that one you're doing right there, you can't get?
I can't get that one, I can't get this one or this one.
Turn that ratchet so it's facing down. And get you a boot on there, bro. Put that leg muscle to work. You know, them quads can produce a lot more juice than a bicep or a deltoid or pectoralis major.
I don't think an oil pan drain plug should be that tight.
Well, you know, dude, I 100% agree. Come on, get it. Houdini. Man, it ain't helping.
No. Ain't doing shit.
Here, let's get you. All right, now get it. Now get it. Done put my finger on it. Come on. Houdini. Come on, push it. Push that thing. Go, go, go. There you got it. Just broke my ratchet, that's all. Can't believe you broke my ratchet. I've been using that ratchet since 1995 when I worked at the International Harvester dealer.
Yeah.
Did you break it?
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, man. You are hard on shit. So far, listen, this dude has busted a snap-on tool and a Mac tool today. And that's some crazy shit. That's some Mac Comfort Grip from 1995, 94. Did you break it again? You really got to stop breaking shit, bro.
Yeah.
Let's see it. Give me that thing.
Just chipped off a good part of it too.
Yeah. She only goes one way. All right, let me get you another one.
Get me
I get you something. I got you something coming. Can't believe you broke my ratchet. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I want you putting 37,000 foot-pounds of torque on aluminum. I mean, it may come to that. Don't think it ain't. But it was a good time. It's a good time, good ass time. You know what I mean? How's it working for you? I don't hear you cussing or nothing. When things ain't going good, but you just all quiet. I don't know what to do with that. You got some tools down there?
What you need?
These right here. I got them. Hey, yep, here. Yeah. Give me this thing. Give me this. Give me this one too. Okay. I got him. Got him. What'd you say? No, man. Come on.
I'm in the ground.
No, man. Come on. Come on. I refuse. Dude, don't make me give you an impact. God dang it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to give you an impact. You know, I never broke that ratchet with my foot. I've been putting my foot on that ratchet for 25 years. 25 years, bro. The oil pan. Easy. Oil pans on these things are tender. I don't want you to wear 15 gallons of oil. Because, you know, if you blow all the oil out of that, you're cleaning it up. I'll go and hide your truck keys.
Yeah.
I'll be like, no, bro, I know what you did with your keys.
Well, I mean, I had it in there so tight that that's what the pressure washer was really thick.
Well, they didn't want that shit falling out, dude.
Yeah.
They must took it to the quick oil change. There's a light right under your shoulder if you want to look through the oil when it's coming out. Oh man, this is a nightmare. So, whoa, Black Betty, blam lamb, you know? Oh man, come on, give it to me. What's the oil feel like? Drain a little bit out so you can get a taste, you know? Blam lamb. What's it smell like?
Old diesel and
Smell like some old spoiled meat.
old mayonnaise and
I don't really know.
definitely got diesel in it.
Does it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, a good engine does. I didn't taste any on the stick, but you know, sometimes the diesel oil gets down to the bottom.
Take a taste.
Yeah, got some little diesel in it. Some old spoiled diesel. Let me get a look at it. Man, it don't look bad. It's lubricious and delicious.
Nothing came flying out at me.
Oh. I'm gonna step by your face. Don't be scared. I'll try not to get you. Oh, man, come on. Houdini. Okay, I got the air compressor off in it. I'm just gonna bust a hose off so I can pull it the rest of the way out, but I don't see nothing wrong with that.
I'm sure I've probably seen it.
Huh?
I'm sure I've probably seen it.
Yeah.
I don't remember it.
Yeah.
I did grow up in MTV era.
Yeah.
I actually used to play music videos.
Yep, I remember. How old are you anyway?
I'll be 39.
Oh,
August 30th.
you're still a pup, bro.
Yeah.
This old man 52.
I'm getting there.
Yeah, wait.
Every day.
Just wait. Your eyes go first.
Yeah.
Man.
My dad's like 38. No, 38. So.
Yep. Pretty soon you'll be like, God, I'm blind.
Yeah, he couldn't breathe.
Yep. Same with me. I went to the eye doctor and I'm like, something's wrong with me, doc. He's like, what? I'm
I
like,
keep getting headaches all the time, so I'm starting to wonder
yeah.
if my eyes are straining.
Yep, sure are. Every one of these hoses is seized up on the nut, so I gotta spin the hose off. It's frustrating. Super frustrating, if you know what I mean. Can't believe you use impact on my oil drain plug, bro. It's rude. Wait till I tell the internet. I'm like, Don, what are you doing down there? I'm taking the drain plug out with just 1/2 inch impact. Right?
All three of them right now. Not necessary.
Well,
Especially if you got a couple crush washers. You don't have to crush the crush washer.
all right, squeeze it all the way out there.
The 4 pieces. It's not silicone.
They kept tightening it, trying to figure out why it kept leaking, bro. You ain't got the drain plug tight. Well, I did it with a 3/4 inch drive impact. I used a dang old earthquake 1 inch impact. You could probably re-rig up the electrical and get ready to test fire it here in a sec. I'm about 3, 4, or 5 minutes away from having the air compressor off. I think it's already out of the gear train, but well, it was, but now it's not because I put it back in. But oh yeah, I got that off. And this one's next. Whew, man. That's a lot of work, yo. And it didn't really buy me any more room than I already had. Good news is that if this engine's got to come apart, this was going to have to come off anyway. So, oh, look at that coolant running out of there. That'll make your job a little more fun, a little more slickery. What is this? What is this hose? This one, what is this? Of course it's... Oh, maybe it probably does, This will do it. This is a good time. Whose idea was this? You had to bring that damn starter with you, didn't you?
I had to pull the starter out of the truck.
Well, you know, work's work. This had to get done at some point in time anyway. Yeah. I just want to get this back far enough I can grab that gear and see if it'll turn. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to be able to turn it by hand. But, maybe. Oh, man. Oh. I can't, what's got a hold of it? Oh, that hose. Jesus, dude, come on.
Yeah.
Of course, it ain't that size. That's a 16, so that means it's 5/8 probably. Nope, 9/16. I mean, I could just move it up here and get a full stroke, but it was a lot more fun riding that piece of pipe diagonally in the wrong direction, you know. It's hot out here. I don't know if you noticed that. Let me get a look over here. So, oh yeah, look at that. It's hot. This should be the last one holding it, Don said. So, if it ain't, it's Don's fault. Which one? Shh. Don't point out no. Come on now, the truck heard you say that, Don. Now it's real. This is a lot of fun, Don. You know, because I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see. So I'm just kind of doing it by feel. I don't know. You want to try it?
Kitty cat don't want to give up nothing.
Nope. She's being a bitch for sure.
Just want to see some smoke.
Man, I would love for this thing to fire up and just be okay, but again, I don't want to rebuild the thing for no reason. You know, nobody wants to take it apart and be like, oh man, there really wasn't even anything wrong with it. It must have done an in-frame in it 50,000 miles ago and it was just a broken valve spring or damaged bull gear from pin coming out. You know, and this way, once we get this out, we can look at those gears and see if they're all mattered up. If they are, then we can just take the radiator off, take the gear train apart, put a new gear train in it, and it'll go like the Dickens. You know, just like the Dickens. I heard that's really going. Remember how I said I couldn't see? I'm far enough away now that I can actually make out the hose end, so it's not too bad. I'm sweating through my shirt. You know, Don said, well, let me get that, but then he didn't do it. Second liar don't stand a chance in this shop, bro. I thought you were fixing that. How's that coming anyway? You almost got it, or?
Next Friday.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with gears either. All right, whack that thing. Let's see what happens. You know, one goes positive and one goes to that little lug. That can be the only problem. Well, The other only problem could be the injection pump. And the injection pump was turning because fuel was coming out of it. Yep, the one that makes that light go on. It's just the studs. You should be able to slip it right on there. Use your secondary ignition device. Why does it get slower and slower though? Why?
It's building up pressure somewhere. And as it sits, it backs back off. And then the more you crank on it, it builds up pressure.
Let's take the valve covers off. How much time you got?
10 minutes.
I don't know. You're the only one with a watch. My clock says 15 minutes we've been recording. I don't know about anything else. You got a TikTok? You had a TikTok. I seen it down there with you.
Yeah.
What this is? Yeah, somehow you ended up with a valve stem down there with you.
Yeah. Cleaning out those holes in drain plugs. Couldn't find a screwdriver.
Nice.
I got about 1 hour.
About an hour?
Yeah.
Well, what do you want to do? You want to take valve covers off? I've had them off, but you know, man, sometimes 2 eyes are better than 4 eyes. You gotta grab that we were using on the starter. You know, you should have had this running by now. I got the tool we need. You just need the little 3/8 impact. Yeah, I got the socket. I got day socket. You want me to run it? I'll run it. Here we go. Don't matter if these are all different. Yep. Told you I had it off. I'll get the easy one. And the only place there's any rust is right where the breather was, you know. Oh, I missed one. This one right here. And that one right there. Oh, that one I left out already. Here, you can pop it right off there. See, I already did the quick release. Right here. Good spot for it. And then I'll try and wonder why the hood doesn't close later.
Yeah. Put another hole to the fiber.
Yeah. Now I'll give it a twirl. You look up in there and see what you see. Yeah, it'd be nice if we didn't have to keep jumping down here. Ready?
Yep.
It all looks like it's going up and down, don't it?
It does.
So what gives, man? What's the dealio? And then, you know, I went through and the ones that are...
You can hear a lot of pressure coming back up to the top.
But from what?
I don't know.
Is I don't see okay, so this one's tight. This one's loose, 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 tight, loose, loose, tight, loose, Tight. All right, now I'm just going to bump it a little. And it only sounds like it's coming out of this right here, right? It don't. It's all 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's normal. It has to be normal. It wouldn't be on all 6.
Yeah.
There ain't no way that the exhaust is plugged completely, right? Like that's not a thing, right?
I think so. I mean,
because like what would happen if the exhaust was plugged completely? And what's coming back through here air-wise?
yeah.
You know? Because there shouldn't be...
It shouldn't be that much. It sounds really loud and it just keeps building and building and building.
But I swear I seen exhaust come out the exhaust when I did get it to choke on some ether once. And it takes a lot of oil pressure for these jakes to do stuff. And these jake solenoids are free. They're not stuck down. They don't feel like they're not working. There's a puddle of water there on that jake, but that doesn't surprise me. You know, that's where the breather or where the fill goes. I don't know. It's weird though, right? Can we take the jakes off? I don't see why not. Well, I mean, these are big bolts. These hold the... Well, no, because look, there's a nut there on top of the rocker arm, so we could take the jake off. And can we get in to get the nozzle out? Where's the nozzle? Yeah, well, no, because this has, you have to use the nozzle puller for this. There's a special tool to take the nozzles out. It isn't as easy as just using a pry bar. They use a slide hammer to get the nozzle out, and I don't have one yet. And see, all of the valves look like they're returning, so it's like not like any of the valves are damaged. Let's listen one more time. Let's count those noises. Yeah, it can't be hard. I mean, it could be hard, but you know, who thought you'd use a 1/2-inch impact? Take a little drain plug out. Oh, something's making oil up here. Nope, it's definitely something making engine oil. Oh, I think this is an oil feed line to the air compressor. Yeah. Well, see, and the thing's making oil pressure, so how it can't be anything in the bottom end, right?
Have this down quite well?
Never had it off. What size you got?
I think they're 3/8.
Here, take this rail of sockets and this impact and see if you can, wait, give me that socket because it don't go with those. Pull. Why are you doing it so hard? There's one socket missing that's supposed to be on that rail, but might be this one here. Put that on your rail. Well, all right, we'll get back.